So please share your experience that how beneficial it will be and methods how we can use it to make that class as a remedial one, because that is the biggest issue everyone is facing. The students who are below average, they are continuously
I tell
going
you
through
about
it.
my experience, what I have been doing
Yes,
it,
please.
और फिर आप लोग बताइए कि सही है कि नहीं है.
Yeah.
Remedial classes, first of all, we sort out कि कौन से बच्चे को remedial classes की जरूरत है. Fine. We do not disturb them during school hours. स्कूल जब खत्म हो गया, बच्चे की छुट्टी हो गई, उनका स्टे बैक करवाते हैं. स्टे बैक करवाने के बाद, suppose that particular child not necessarily कि वो हर एक सब्जेक्ट में उसको remedial क्लास जरूरत पड़ेगा. सपोज आज जैसे कि स्टे बैक्स होते हैं टीचर्स के, आई डोंट नो आपके स्कूल में होते हैं कि नहीं. स्टे बैक करवाते हैं, आज इंग्लिश में करवा लिया, तो इंग्लिश में करवा लिया, स्टे बैक का इंग्लिश डिपार्टमेंट रुका हुआ है, तो उस बच्चे को जिसको इंग्लिश में दिक्कत है, बिकॉज वी हैव अ नंबर ऑफ टीचर्स जिसको इंग्लिश में दिक्कत है, तो क्लास 5 के बच्चे को इंग्लिश में दिक्कत है, तो क्लास 5 की जो बेस्ट ऑफ टीचर्स होंगी जो बच्चे को रेमेडियल क्लास, बिकॉज मे बी वो बच्चा किसी दूसरे टीचर से कनेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहा है, उसे नहीं सीख पा रहा है, दूसरे टीचर से उनको रेमेडियल क्लास करवाते हैं और बच्चे से पूछा जाता है. अगर एक दो बच्चे हैं तो पूछ सकते हैं हम लोग कि बेटा which chapter are you facing problem in, so बच्चा बोलता है मैम मुझे चैप्टर समझ में नहीं आ रही, ग्रामर का टॉपिक हो या लिटरेचर का टॉपिक हो, सो रेमेडियल क्लास वैसे करवाते हैं. ठीक है,
You guys, मतलब students should be, you know, they will be hold after the dispersal.
yes, that's the best way, क्योंकि अगर आप क्लास के बीच में करवाते हैं.
No, ma'am, actually, my school is near about 8 kilometers away from the city, and my strength is 865 approximately. Out of those, 860 students are coming from school transport. They are using school transport, and 5 are the kids of the staff who are already staying there in hostel or somewhere. So after the dispersal, it will be.
If you are as a school, if you are opting for something great as remedial class, आपको कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. अब देखिए मैं एक और एग्जांपल देती हूँ. बच्चे का HP को खराब कर दिया गया, ठीक है, बाकी क्लास जो है मतलब सपोज दिस माय क्लास, इसमें से 2 बच्चों को पढ़ने में दिक्कत है, मैं दोनों को रोक लेती हूँ, बाकी को 3 को खेलने भेज देती हूँ, बच्चा एंजॉय करे. सपोज इन दोनों में से वो HP छोड़ दीजिए, आर्ट्स का क्लास है, इनको आर्ट्स में इंटरेस्ट है, इनको नहीं है, तो चलो ठीक है, इनको रोक दिया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, और इनको तो इंटरेस्ट है, वो बेचारा तो सोच रहा है मेरी पेंटिंग क्लास चली गई. So do not hamper their, like these are the periods which they enjoy the most. HP वाले दिन जिस दिन HP होता है उस दिन फुल स्ट्रेंथ होती है. क्यों फुल स्ट्रेंथ होती है? और आज तो खेलने को मिलेगा. और उस दिन अगर आप HP पीरियड ले लीजिए, कोई टीचर का एक्स्ट्रा ड्यूटी लगा दीजिए उसमें कि नहीं, today you take a revision class something, they will hate you like anything. So don't take away these golden moments from them. All right. What you need to do is, if you are planning as कि हम revision करवाएंगे, make some extra attendance. कितने बच्चे रुक जाएंगे? सर आपके 10 बच्चे रुकेंगे, 20 बच्चे रुकेंगे, एक बस निकालिए. तो वाइस प्रिंसिपल अगर आप ये ऑप्ट कर रहे हैं तो आपको करना पड़ेगा. अक्रॉस एक्स्ट्रा पे एक्सपेंडिचर में जाएगा, बट लेट्स टेक इट. यस सर, यू वांट टू आस्क समथिंग? यू पुट इट ऑन.
I would like to suggest something for remedials. For remedial classes, is it being school hours? No need to stay back for the students. During the regular classes, you will have to provide another class, one extra classes, or it is known as remedial. First, we should find out that what kind of students is poor in this subjects. So it is kind by the 10 top students, 10 bottom students. You find out, and 10 bottom students, those who are required for the particular subject. Then during the classroom, 10 students should come forward and rest at the seat in the back side. And we should focus on the 10 students especially. So we should arrange during the school period the remedial classes, as per my view is concerned.
No. Do you think it's fruitful? Because again, for those 10 you are punishing the other 30. आप उनका रिवीजन करवा रहे हो. But ये how long will it continue? Tell me. Because जिनको जरूरत है उनको जरूरत पड़ती रहेगी. और उनके लिए दूसरों का पढ़ाई हैम्पर करना कब तक, कहाँ तक?
वैसे इसमें हैम्पर नहीं है. जो स्टूडेंट अप टू मार्क है उनको थोड़ा बैकवर्ड बैठाएंगे. लेकिन जो बहुत पुअर लेवल पे है उससे ज्यादा अट्रैक्शन करेंगे.
ठीक है, मैं आई एग्री सर. बट अगेन फॉर दोस 30 आप 10 पॉइंट कर रहे हो, दोस 30 व्हाट दे विल डू इज दे विल नॉट लाइक दैट क्लास बिकॉज़ इट विल बी बोरिंग बिकॉज़ दे हैव ऑलरेडी डन द चैप्टर. रेमेडियल क्लास उन्हीं के लिए होती है जो बिलो एवरेज होते हैं.
प्लीज जितने लोगों ने अटेंडेंस नहीं बनाया है, चूंकि एब्सेंटी भेजना है, फटाफट उसको बना दीजिए, मॉर्निंग वाला कम से कम. ठीक है ना? कहाँ तक है?
So I'm telling you, आपका स्कूल की लोकेलिटी, as per your school you decide. आपको अगर वो वाला सूट करता है तो आप वो वाला ले लीजिए, आपको अगर मेरा वाला सूट करता है तो मेरा वाला ले लीजिए. Depends.
Yeah, your one is quite convenient to use, but we have some issues. Suppose one student, let me take the local example. If I am holding 10 students, one is from Siwan, another one is from Chapra, another one is from Rasulpur. No, because yeah, they are coming from every area. No? So how
Take
many
the
buses
consent
will
of
be hold?
the parent. Take the consent of the parent, and then you go for it. बोलिए कि हम करवाना चाहते हैं.
Yeah, I
अगर
want
आप
to hold
agree
them
करें,
twice in a week. Can you please receive your child after 1 hour?
take the
you know,
consent. Look,
maybe.
can you make some special arrangements ताकि हम अपने बच्चे पे आपके बच्चे पे काम करना चाहते हैं, but this is the limitation. So maybe mutually कुछ बीच का कुछ निकल के आ जाए. Fine.
कोई जीरो पीरियड चलाया कर सकते हैं, जीरो पीरियड चला कर
जीरो पीरियड तो सब रेगुलर चलाना चाहिए, रेगुलर चलाना चाहिए, पर डे चलाना चाहिए.
Zero period है.
एकदम
नहीं
जरूरी
वो
है.
कह रहे हैं zero period for limited class.
अरे यार
जीरो का मिडिल वाला चल रहा है, जीरो उसको मारना है.
बस दो वाला आती है
Zero period is not for limited class. Again, zero period limited class से कीजिएगा तो फिर तो बात नहीं आएगी ना. तो again वही बाकी के बच्चे क्या करेंगे?
ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग क्वेश्चन,
ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग में फिर आपका वीक वाला बच्चा बिलो वाला बच्चा पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर
क्वेश्चन दे
पाएगा.
देंगे उनको, और रिमेडियल क्लास वाले को रिमेडियल, इनको ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग क्वेश्चन दे देंगे अपना करके.
Decide.
वो तो अपने बेसिस है.
My buses are
So,
approximately traveling.
Let's begin with the fourth part. Already since morning we have dealt with trainings and evaluation system, and then we have also dealt with other portions. The fourth part is skill subjects. अभी तक हम लोग like basically English, Hindi, Math, Science, Studies पढ़ाते आ रहे हैं. CBSE has also started skill subjects. So what is this? Can we do promoting skill education in schools? Next. The next slide. Alright. Handout 4A, CBSE skill education. Skill subjects and list of skill modules being offered by CBSE. Modified scheme of studies for skill subjects. School as knowledge and skill hub. You have again handout. Please take it out. 4.4A or 4.1, something like that. 4A. Please take it out. As you go through the handout, I have one question. What is the difference between academic subject and skill subject? Academics and skill subject में difference क्या है?
Vocational studies are skills.
Vocational studies are skill subjects. Okay.
Skill is basically practicing every day to enhance something. It is everyday practice because
Post schooling, they can go and work somewhere in that skill.
Post schooling they can go and work somewhere. Okay.
even in the school there could be credit transfer.
For example, good handwriting is a skill.
For their training,
Alright.
every 6 months their credit will be transferred to the next and from a class to the next class. This is what CBSE has introduced in NEP by the title called vocational studies.
Okay, vocational studies fine. I'm talking about skill subjects over here. Vocational का मतलब ये होता है कि आप अभी सीखिए और बाद में as a profession to use कीजिए so that you can earn your livelihood. I'm talking about your class. अब देखोगे classes onwards. CBSE has introduced skill subjects. They are a little bit interrelated, but what is the difference exactly? हम लोग जब academics और skill subjects की बात करते हैं तो difference यही आता है. Academics is more of theory. Isn't it more of knowledge? Here also we have knowledge. Here we have more of practicals. Again, when we come to paper, because examination की बात करते हैं हम लोग, so यहाँ पे क्या होता है academics में आपका 80 और 20 का ratio होता है ना, 80 goes for your written part, isn't it? And then 20 is based on your project work and something. Here it is 70 plus 30. 70 का आपका पूरा चला जाएगा practicals में, and 30 will come as theoretical. So here we have this difference. Okay.
One more difference is there, ma'am, I think. In skill subjects, the subjects are taken up according to the interest of a student.
Exactly. This is also academics is mandatory.
Your student is choosing it.
Yes, academics, but payment will only be applied in class 12. Class 12 में academics क्या होता है 11th 12th में जो बोल रही हूँ academics में अभी आप option कि आप कौन सा stream लेना चाहते हो.
No, in skill subjects. Skill subjects, students can choose it according to their own interest.
Yes.
Right?
Actually, How many of you are about the startup? Please raise. Startup का नाम सुना आपने? Startup.
Sir, you didn't require mic, please. Yeah. You can.
Too much equal.
आप लोग startup का नाम सुने हैं ना? Startup क्या है?
Starting of a
New business.
Whatever the innovations we have in our mind, and that innovation in the form of the invention, and that invention in the form of the entrepreneur. That is the purpose of having skill subjects from grade 6 onwards. We need to have skill. And one more thing that earlier the PMKVY Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, run by some different NGOs. But now they have mandate to each school. They have the circular. CBSE has made the circular. Those schools who wish to have hub center in their own school and PMKVY or state level, some different term that is Dasat Madhi Kaushal Vikas Yojana center are there. So as a school, you can also have the center to develop. We need to nurture our students. We need to develop our students in the form of skill to the form of the entrepreneurship. Means he will not having go to the search for the job. He will procure own job. He will facilitate the job, and some people will get the job. That is the purpose.
It's just
of
like sowing the seeds आप क्लासिक से ही seeds बोना शुरू कर देते हो बच्चे का इंटरेस्ट अकॉर्डिंगली जब बच्चा 12th में निकलता है तो he knows where I can go, what I can do.
CBSE has started coding from class 6.
There's so many to get
yes, coding or
There's so
robotics,
many.
robotics, and
Artificial intelligence.
one more thing that is called, including the robotics ATL, one more lab that is called STEM lab, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We also have to develop. And there is a number of funding available by the NITI Aayog. If you wish to establish any ATL lab, robotics lab, STEM lab, you can fill the form. If you are eligible for the particular lab, you can get the lab, and you can establish once the lab is there, including your entire local level of schools. They will also join with you to get the students promoting in the development of skill also. That is called.
One is also added, sir.
Yes.
Artificial intelligence.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Now we are talking about the AI, sir. You can imagine that we are talking about the AI, but now Japan is working on AC, artificial consciousness. That is also the upper level. We are talking about the previous things, whatever things they have left. So we need to revise ourselves, revisit also. Yes, sir. Carry on.
We are far behind. We are far ahead. All right, sir. So next. Okay, fine. So this is which is not visible. I'll read from here only. NEP 2020 Visible Skill Education. So what was the need of skill education? Why the skill education came here? I'll tell you here. First of all, actually skill subject is practice-based curriculum. More of practice will be involved here. That is what focuses on green point. A practice-based curriculum for grade 6 to 8 to be appropriately designed for skill subjects. Then we have skill gap analysis. Focus areas based on skill gaps, analysis and mapping on local opportunities. Here, when we take proper skill subjects, now we have to see that what are the local areas. Like my local area is famous for what? Which kind of skill? We can take that skill also and we can polish that skill in our students. Then we have skill framework, National Skills Qualification Framework, that is NSQF, will be detailed further for each discipline, vocation, profession. Open distance learning mode is also available for skill. Courses to be offered through open and distance learning mode. Maybe your child is opting for this and you don't have sufficient teachers, you can hire one through online. Exposure to vocational education by 2025, at least 50% of learners shall have exposure to vocational education, and that is the aim of NEP 2020. That it wants 50% of learners to be exposed to vocational education and they should be learned, skilled people. Goal by 2025, at least 50% of learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education. How many of schools over here are actually giving vocational education? Can you raise your hand?
See, ours though it is a school with a special vocational education. We train children for army recruitment.
What's the school name, sir?
Sainik school.
Okay.
So it is clear. Our vocational target
So
is.
you are totally dedicated to that only. So you all just like, so ये जब बात भी नहीं हुई थी, एडीपी भी नहीं आया, तो उसके पहले से आप यही काम करते हैं।
अभी हमारे 2 बच्चे एसएसबी क्वालिफाई किए मैम, अभी फोन पे आया।
Great. Congratulations, sir. Fine. So this is what NEP says that by 2025, at least 50% of learners should be skilled in some courses. So next slide. Now, why this originated? What was the origin? So origin started, if you see here, 1979 में vocational courses की शुरुआत हुई थी। 1988 में offers job linked courses with Indian Railways. So जो लोगों को था, they were given railway jobs in railways, LICs and Indian Nursing Council. 1992 में policy to offer vocational courses and stream package at senior secondary level में फिर से आया। 2012 में modified scheme of studies and vocational courses at secondary level as per NSPQF. 2017 में आया, फिर 2018 में आया vocational courses renamed as skill courses. Again 2020 it came by NEP, introduction of 9 skill modules at middle school level. कभी भी ये बात नहीं हुई थी कि class 6 onwards ही skill education देना चाहिए. But अब NEP कह रही है no, class 6 onwards भी आपको as a hobby period, as a club period बच्चों को different vocational courses से रूबरू करवाएं ताकि उनको भी कुछ आइडिया मिल सके. Currently, CBSE offers 39 skills courses. If you want to write, you can write down. 39 skill courses are there in different sectors at the senior secondary level, 19 courses at the secondary level, and 12 we have skill modules. Now, what was the need of reimagining for skill, vocational education? Indian workforce in the age group of 1924, less than 5% received formal vocational education. जब सर्वे करवाया गया तो मालूम पड़ा कि इंडिया में in the age group of 1924, less than 5% people have gained vocational education. So can you the next slide? और अगर कंपेयर किया जाए in countries such as the USA, the number is 52%. 52% of people they have access to or they have knowledge about vocational courses. In Germany it's 75 and South Korea is 96%. तो जब ये बात हो रही थी ना कि जापान में ये हो रहा है, they talk about consciousness and conscience, artificial conscience की बात कर रही है हम लोग अभी artificial intelligence में, just because they are into vocational courses, they know about the need of the hour. These numbers only underline the urgency of the need to hasten the spread of vocational education in India. और जब comparison किया गया, इसी comparison से मालूम पड़ा कि नहीं, इंडिया बहुत पीछे है और बाकी कंट्रीज जर्मनी एंड साउथ कोरिया बहुत आगे है एंड दैट्स व्हाई देयर इज अ नीड टू हास्टन हरी अप होने की जरूरत है वोकेशनल एजुकेशन को आगे और प्रॉस्पेरस कराने की जरूरत है आगे इंकलकेट कराने की जरूरत है इन आवर स्कूल. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. No hard separations between arts and sciences, between curricular and extracurricular activities, between vocational and academic streams, etc., in order to eliminate harmful hierarchies among and silos between different areas of learning. NEP का एक key point ये भी है ना कि separation मत कीजिए. NEP talks about integrated learning. NEP talks about integrated learning. So आप class में integrated learning करवा सकते हैं. What is this integrated learning? Anybody idea about integrated learning? Integrated learning, any idea?
Arts, science.
It's not only arts and science, it could be any subject.
Inclusive, it encompasses all streams.
Yes, which encompasses all streams. आपको मैं एक simple example देती हूँ कि अगर आपको holiday homework देना है, summer break हो रही है, 3 दिन का holiday homework देना है आपको, and you have to give something which the students find interesting. So what you can do is, you can give a project where each and every subject is included. How do we do that? If I take one example, suppose you have to focus on yoga, and I have to see that okay, in all these subjects yoga is incorporated. So how do we give it? So students of English will do what? They will be writing about origin of yoga or a speech about the benefits of yoga. Hindi also we can give a speech kind of thing or a write-up kind of thing in Hindi also. Then when they come to maths, the students of maths can be asked to do a survey, pre-yoga and post-yoga survey की भाई beneficial कितना रहा, right? Isn't it? Science also can be asked to do. Okay, tell me which asks and which body part is it? So like this is called integration. isn't it? Integrated. So yes, here NEP states for this that do not separate your subjects. Do a kind of teaching where all subjects are incorporated. I'll tell you one more thing. Basically, if you, I don't know again which school is following this, no question about that. But जो mother teachers होती है ना, mother teachers जो primary class को पढ़ाती है, वो actually integrated ही करवाती है. सारा कुछ integrate कराती है. पहले तो stories बना दिया, story में props बना दिया, props में arts तो आएंगे आपका. Fine, the student is able to see. एक छोटा सा अगर आप मैं छोटी सी स्टोरी आपको बोलोगे 3 little pigs की स्टोरीज बनानी है, 3 little pigs को दिखा दिया अगेन प्रॉप बना करके, फिर फॉक्स को दिखा दिया प्रॉप बना करके. The fox is huffing and puffing, तो कैसे वो huff या puff करता है उसका डायग्राम बना दिया. So everything is there on board. आर्ट्स इंटीग्रेशन हो गया. अब 3 little pigs की स्टोरी से वो बता रही है कि नाउ पढ़ा रही है क्लास 1 के बच्चे को. अब ये नाउ कैसे पढ़ा रही है? So उससे पूछ रही है कि tell me who were the characters in the story? So students are naming out, okay, the character where mother character थी, there were 3 pigs, अगर तीनों पिग का स्टोरी को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाने के तीनों पिग्स का नाम लिख दिया गया, सोनू, मोनू, गोनू, अगेन नाउन हो गया. फाइन, there's a fox, नाउन हो गया. अब तीनों पिग्स ने हाउसेस बनाए, हाउसेस किस चीज के बनाए? ग्रास का बनाया, सपोज स्ट्रॉ का बनाया, स्टिक बनाया, सीमेंटेड ब्रिक का बनाया. तो ये सब नाउन्स है. They are naming things, you're naming something. नाउन पढ़ा दिया, वर्ब्स पढ़ा दिया, उसी स्टोरी से कैसे वर्ब्स पढ़ा दिया भाई? तो भाई पिग्स ने क्या किया? They built a house. Mother ने क्या किया? Mother said something. So this is all integrated, and the child finds it interesting, and the child is able to learn. So NEP states this also that no hard separation of subjects. कोशिश कीजिए कि मिला जुला के पढ़ाएं, बच्चे को इंटरेस्टिंग भी लगे. इसमें आर्ट्स इंटीग्रेशन भी है, अलग-अलग सब्जेक्ट का इंटीग्रेशन भी है. and the child finds it interesting. Ultimately क्या है? Ultimate goal या फिर जो learning outcome क्या है हमारा? Competency based education. At the end of what is my learning outcome, the child should be able to differentiate between what is verb and noun, and the child is able to do so. Learning outcome achieved, so goal is achieved, isn't it? So this way, NEP says कि ऐसे करवाइए, hard separation मत कराइए, मिलजुल के पढ़ाइए, हर separation को take it together, integrate them, and then do the study. So next slide. Vocational education to be integrated in the educational offerings of all schools. This is what says NEP 2020. The development of vocational capacities to go hand in hand with the development of academic and other capacities. So vocational capacities को भी बढ़ाइए अपने क्लास में. Academics तो is important, no doubt about that, but vocational courses are also important. Beginning with vocational exposure at early ages in middle and secondary school. It says start at middle level. That middle level is which level? Class 6 to 8. And then secondary stage also, at least 50% of learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education. कम से कम 50% बच्चों को exposure दीजिए vocational courses के बारे में. Ensure that every child learns at least one vocation and is exposed to several more. एक का तो कम से कम उनको दिखाइए, मतलब एक vocation से तो कम से कम उनको रूबरू करवाइए. if interested है तो और भी कर सकता है वो, but एक तो उसको आना ही चाहिए. The dignity of labor and importance of various vocations involving Indian art and artisanship should be emphasized. Now, like बच्चे जब पढ़ने लगते हैं ना, so they don't have that kind of affinity with like a potter. अगर pottery सिखाना बैठा दे उनको, they will say why pottery? What's the need of pottery? So NEP also states that students should have love for Indian art and craft. So painting, Madhubani painting, and Madhubani painting, it's so expensive. एक मधुबनी पेंटिंग की साड़ी आप खरीदने जाइए तो it goes in thousands, right? So they should have love for the Indian art and culture, especially for local art and culture. So ये exposure देने से बच्चों में वो भी आता है, they know something about local arts, what is the importance of those local arts, and if they learn to make it, nothing better than that. उससे ज़्यादा अच्छा तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. So next slide. Skill labs to be set up. Skill labs के बारे में बात हो रही है. स्टडी का ना बहुत सारी labs आ गई हैं. उसका सही इसी बारे में बात कर रहे थे ना, बहुत सारे labs आ गए. अटल टिंकरिंग लैब आ गई. इसमें गवर्नमेंट खुद आपको स्पॉन्सर कर रहा है. You want to set up, that they are ready to fund. So you can go for those labs. Creating the schools in a hub and spoke model, which will allow other schools to use the facility. Schools to collaborate with ITIs, polytechnics, local industry, etc. Lok Vidya, important vocational education knowledge developed in India will be made accessible to students through integration into vocational education courses. Offering vocational courses through ODL. ODL is again online mode also. Focus area for vocational education will be chosen based on skill gap, analysis and mapping to local opportunities. I'll tell you, these are all theories. I'll tell you one thing. As schools, what we can do is we can have 2 periods. आपके स्कूल में club periods होते होंगे? What do you call it? Club periods?
Yeah,
आपने क्या बोला सर? आपने क्या बोला? 7 club periods. Any one day.
Evening time होता है 2 days.
Week में 2 days.
2 days.
Evening में. You also host
Residential school.
residential schools, no, like I'm not talking about residential schools, but residential में तो सर आपको टाइम ही आपको नहीं करवा सकते हैं.
Morning to evening.
At least morning till 5 o'clock you have time, no?
5 a.m. to 9.
Morning ma'am, we go for our walk also, then we come for the school PT, and then we go for the breakfast with the cadets, and then we again go for the assembly, we go for the classes, after 2-hour break, we again come back to the field,
Game.
it's the game time.
Okay. No, if it's a purely residential school, you
Yes,
can.
you're
It's
100%.
Ministry of Defense, certain Ministry of Defense.
Alright, Sally school only.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, fine. So Sally school के बारे में हम बात ही नहीं करें because your was is totally different. I'm talking about other schools, जहाँ पे non-residential schools है. So once in a week, like I'll give you one example about let's say DPS Patna only. Fine. They have Wednesday period. Wednesday period is called club period. Fine. And there NEP के पहले से भी वो चीज़ वो करते आ रहे हैं. There they have these vocational courses. उसमें pottery भी है. Fine. उसमें एक प्रॉपर एक पॉटर आता है, अपना वो चक्का लेके आता है, मिट्टी लेके आता है. उसमें क्लब में दे हैव 40 स्टूडेंट्स, दे गो फॉर द क्लब पीरियड, वहाँ पे बैठते हैं. पहले तो वो 10 मिनट थ्योरी में बताने वो क्या बताते हैं कि भाई मिट्टी का बताते हैं, मिट्टी क्वालिटी सॉफ्टन कैसे करना है वो बताते हैं, ठीक है. एंड देन द स्टूडेंट्स आर टेकन टू द फील्ड जहाँ पे उनका वो पहिया लगा हुआ, चक्का लगा हुआ है. व्हाट डू यू कॉल इट? चाक. एग्जैक्टली चाक लगा हुआ. प्रॉपर्ली मैंने बच्चों को देखा है मिट्टी से बनाते हुए, और वो इतने प्यार से जो उसको इंटरेस्ट हो, इतने प्यार से बच्चा बनाता है, और वो काट के आगे से काट के उनको देते भी हैं, और बच्चा बस में ऐसे कैरी करके लेके जाता है. So they have these, like there are schools who are following it. If you have like, if you get, see, one big challenge for the school is अगर vocational courses करवा रहे हैं तो आपको experts भी चाहिए उसे. This is a big challenge. That's why यहाँ पे इसमें ये भी है कि online mode से भी you can do that. But I slightly differ in online mode कि online mode में कितना fruitful होता है. एक सामने चाक पे बच्चा जो खुद से टच करके उसको बताया जा रहा है कि कहाँ पे हाथ को कैसे करना है, ऊपर करना है, नीचे करना है. That experience and online experience will be totally different. That's a big challenge for schools, but yes, apart from that, अगर ये नहीं करवा सकते तो आपकी local में मधुबनी पेंटिंग, right? Yes, we can call somebody जो सिखा सकता है and then we can have it. There may have different options. Let's see those options. क्या क्या options है? उसमें से जो भी आपको सूट करता है, आपके स्कूल को सूट करता है, या फिर आपके स्टूडेंट की पॉपुलेशन को सूट करता है, accordingly you can have that. So next slide. Survey skilling in. So NCAER, National Council of Applied Economic Research. So next. Alright, they have this survey. Fine. They have this survey. Let's find out what was there in this survey. Key findings, primary research. Survey reveals that among the students who are not attending any course, any kind of vocational course, 34.9% thinks that the studies will get disturbed. I don't want to do this because my study will get disturbed. 32.4% think that the course of their choice is not taught in school. बाकी लोग बोल रहे हैं कि जो मेरी choice का vocational course है वो तो है ही नहीं स्कूल में, मैं क्यों पढ़ूं? And then 28.4% feel that enrollment in these courses will take away a lot of their time after school hours. If I enroll myself after school hours, it will take more of my time. On the other hand, among those who are enrolled, जो enrolled हो चुके हैं, they are already into vocational courses. What do they think? Let's see. 64.4% of the students are completely satisfied with the course. 28.3% are partly satisfied, and only 7.3% are not satisfied. They are dissatisfied. So this is one big thing that we need to encourage, that yes, vocational courses are also equally important. So what is the recommendation? Students should be made aware of the benefits. Why vocational courses? If you have HP, like if you say, if I compare HP classes, I'll say why HP? In HP also you waste at least two periods in a week. So they'll say no ma'am, it's beneficial. So here also it's beneficial. You make them aware what is the benefit of these courses. Students should be made aware of the benefits of these courses. More choices should be made available to them. Give them more choices so that they can choose from those options, and then they can go for it. So next slide. Now, again, secondary research, let's see in this. School level data reveals that the majority of schools offer only 1 or 2 vocational courses to choose from. ये होता है schools में, there are only 1 or 2 vocational courses और आपको उसमें से चुनना है. But will all the students agree to it? क्या हर students को वही 1-2 choice में मतलब मन लगेगा? That's not possible. 81.6% of schools offer only 1 course in class 9 and 3.1% in class 10. For classes 11-12, also a majority of schools offer 1, 2, 3 number of courses. Number of courses are less, that's why students' enrollment in vocational courses are less. Recommendation is again, more courses should be introduced by schools so that students have more courses to choose from. Data also shows that if choice provided, there will be enrollment in all kinds of courses. So ultimate recommendation by every research is coming out, school needs to do what? School needs to provide more of options so that students, they find it interesting and they can enroll in it. Now, skill modules for middle schools. The next. See this. There are 33 modules being offered by CBSE for classes 6 to 8. 6 to 8 means 33 modules. White circular number 48, dated 6 April 2023, on the topic of artificial intelligence, coding, information technology, mass media, beauty and wellness. No fees charged by the board for starting these courses by school. If you want to start, CBSE is not going to charge any fees from you, any fees from any school. The list of subjects with duration distribution of marks is available. If you have time now, any day you can go and watch on this web link. You can click, you will have all the 33 modules available and you can plan for your school. I think there is given the, is it given the handout? Yeah. No. If you want to note it down, you can note it down. Alright. All modules of 12 to 15 hours duration. 70% of time duration will be devoted for hands-on activities and 30% will be used for theory. So less of theory, more of your hands-on experiences. School students are free to opt for 1 or more skill modules. School students are free to opt skill modules either in class 6 or class 7 or class 8. Assessment to be done by the school based on the criteria modalities provided by the board. Assessment criteria are provided by the board and the link is there, no? Link पे आप click करेंगे उसमें सब कुछ मिल जाएगा आपको. Shall be offered through the respective hobby clubs. I mentioned one, no? कि आप hobby clubs या club periods बनाइए, उसमें आप ये सब activities करवाइए. Once in a week at least बच्चा करेगा तो बच्चे को मजा आएगा. We are not disturbing the academics also, and then you call like they used to hire people from outside, or the experts they used to charge. I think कोई एक class का 800 रुपए लेता था, depending upon their need. 800 से 1000 रुपए का bracket था. They used to come for 1 hour, 1 घंटा पढ़ाते थे, 1000 रुपए लेके जाते थे. So week में एक दिन आते थे वो. तो 10 अगर experts हम बुलाते हैं and 10 courses offer करते हैं, we can do this in the school as well. Assessment will be school-based, preferably project-based. So you are going to give projects and do the assessment. Next. See these handouts. Already ये handbooks आ चुकी हैं. These are available. इसमें सब कुछ process and everything is mentioned. Artificial intelligence की आ चुकी है, then coding की आ चुकी है, data science की आ चुकी है, digital citizenship, AR, VR, virtual reality, augmented reality, उसकी भी books आ चुकी हैं. So these are all available. What we need to do is we just need to adopt it in our school. So next, ये देखिए और भी बुक्स हैं. Handicrafts, financial literacy की बुक है. Design thinking, innovation, mass media, beauty and wellness. Financial literacy से I'll give you one small story, which is a funny story actually. Like in class 6, I think maths में ये class 6 actually, I think. We were class 3 or class 4 में ये चीज़ है ना, grams and kilograms. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams for a concentrate. A child learned this and he came back to his house and he told Mama, आज maths teacher ने मुझे पढ़ाया 1 kg, 5 kg और concept पढ़ाए 1 kg में 1000 ग्राम होते हैं 5 kg में 1000 ग्राम होते हैं अब मैं सामान खरीद सकता हूँ आप मुझे बोलोगे ना सामान खरीदने के लिए तो I know what is 1 kg, I know what is 5 kg, I can buy it. मम्मी बोली ठीक मम्मी was happy कि चलो मेरा बच्चा सीख गया है वो सामान खरीदेगा तो मेरी हेल्प हो जाएगी तो मम्मी ने बोला कि जाओ 1 किलो आलू लेके आओ बाजार से गया बाजार में सब्जी बाजार में 1 किलो आलू खरीदने के लिए अब बाजार में चला तो गया और बाजार में जो आलू बेचने वाला है वो क्या बोलता है 80 रुपए पसेरी 80 रुपए पसेरी और यहाँ में पसेरी होता है ना ये लोग वैसे बात करते हैं ना वो अब वो बेचारा कंफ्यूज व्हाट इज दिस पसेरी आई डोंट नो व्हाट पसेरी आई डोंट नो व्हाट अड़ैया 2.5 किलो पसेरी 80 रुपए पसेरी वो बेचारे लोग कंफ्यूज पसेरी का मतलब जानते ही नहीं है वो वापस आ गया एंड देन अगेन टोल्ड मम्मी बोली कहाँ है आलू तुम तो आलू खरीदने गए थे मम्मी मैं खरीद नहीं पाया क्यों नहीं खरीद पाए वो केजी तो बोलता ही कौन तो केजी वाला था ही नहीं वहाँ पे सब पसेरी बोल रहे थे अरे यार बोल रहे थे व्हाट पसेरी सारी है फिर मम्मी ने समझाया बेटा दिस इज लोकल लैंग्वेज एंड पसेरी मींस 5 kg he was talking about 5000 grams and dhaiya means
पल्ला पसेरी के बोला जाता है जब तक पसेरी दोनों से
don't confuse me now I know पसेरी I don't know palla or all that okay I learned something new from here so again बच्चे को बताएंगे okay 2.5 kg what is dhaiya 2.5 kg now that child had a concept of मम्मी ने बोला कि तुमको कैसे नहीं पता स्टडी नहीं पता हमें नहीं because what we do is we don't go by the local dialect local हमारे यहाँ क्या बात होती है वो बच्चों को बताते ही नहीं हम लोग as teachers we need to teach that also कि local में इसको क्या बोला जाता है because we are born in Bihar and we need to know this also so जब उसकी मम्मी ने इसको क्लैरिटी दी तब then that child was able to buy so financial literacy when we talk about financial literacy ये सब चीजें भी बच्चों को बताने चाहिए and make sure आप अपने बच्चों को इतना एक्सपोजर दे रहे हैं कि मार्केट में निकालिए बच्चे I'll give you one more example. क्लास 10 तक बच्चे ने कुछ शॉपिंग नहीं की, सब कुछ पेमेंट कभी नहीं किया, बहुत ज़्यादा था वो खरीदने के लिए सामान, मम्मी कार्ड्स, एक बार कॉलेज में गया, पटना यूनिवर्सिटी में भी तो कार्ड पर नहीं चलता है, पटना यूनिवर्सिटी में भी आपको कैश पेमेंट देना होता है जब भी आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन वगैरह हो तब, बेचारे को फॉर्म भरना था, कितने का फॉर्म भरना था, तो 800 रुपये का फॉर्म भरना था, 1000 का 500 का नोट दे दिया गया, जब फॉर्म भर गया फॉर्म भरने 1000 रुपये दे दिया उसको, आ गया फॉर्म भर के मैंने फॉर्म भर बोले 200 रुपये का है वो तो सिखा ही नहीं है बच्चा के पैसा लेना भी होता है वापस छोड़ के देखे भी आ गया
This is the demerit of digitalization now.
एग्जैक्टली अभी तक सिर्फ गूगल पे ना वो कैश लेना हम लोग के टाइम में था तो वी न्यू इट और अभी का बच्चा जान नहीं रहा है तो फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी में ये भी बताइए बिकॉज अभी भी कॉइंस एंड पेपर नोट्स है हमारे पास सो वी द चाइल्ड नीड्स टू नो दैट कम्स इन फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी ओके तो ये सब प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्पल्स बच्चों को देना बहुत जरूरी है न्यू स्किल मॉड्यूल्स टू बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड व्हिच आर बीइंग इंट्रोड्यूस्ड द नेक्स्ट ऑलराइट सी ये सब अभी आने बाकी है ये सब आए नहीं है अभी आने बाकी लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ मेडिसिन एंड वैक्सीन थिंग्स यू शुड नो अबाउट कीपिंग मेडिसिन एट होम व्हाट टू डू व्हेन डॉक्टर इज नॉट अराउंड फर्स्ट एड ह्यूमैनिटी एंड कोविड-19 ब्लू पॉटरी समथिंग व्हिच इज लाइक वी नो अबाउट पॉटरी ब्लू पॉटरी इज फ्रॉम जयपुर कभी आपने देखा होगा कि ओके सिर्फ ऑल ब्लूज वो पॉटरी ब्लू होती है ब्लू कलर की होती है ब्लू प्रिंट्स होते हैं उस पॉटरी में इट्स फ्रॉम जयपुर लोकल आर्ट फ्रॉम जयपुर Again, pottery is there. Block printing is there. Block printing आप लोग जानते ही होंगे. Food production, preservatives and food baking, herbal plants, khadi, mask making, media studies, making of graphic novel, Kashmiri embroidery, art form of Kashmir. All these are new skill subjects which are going to come. Next, sir. ये देखिए, ISRO ने भी ये सब बोला है कि ये सब भी होना चाहिए. New skill modules, rockets, satellites, application of satellites. Again, for these, just imagine for these vocational subjects, experts जो होंगे वो कहाँ से आएंगे? Alright, so next. Skill subjects at secondary level कौन से हैं? Most of the skill courses offered by CBSE are NSQF compliant and mapped with a job role as per NQR of NSE. Now यहाँ पे secondary level पे जो भी होता है ना सब ऐसे skill subjects हैं जिससे कि बच्चा आगे जाके further job seek कर सके. Next, sir. See this. all these are there. Retail है, banking है, IT है, automotive है, introduction to financial markets है, tourism है, beauty and wellness, agriculture, food production, front office operations, banking, marketing, healthcare, apparel, multimedia. All these are such कि आप उसका आइडिया लेकर के आगे जाकर के you can seek a job. Alright, ये चीज 9th and 10th में you have something called compulsory subjects जो होती है English, Hindi, Math, Science, Social Science. आप लोगों को बहुत लोगों को ये चीज होता है फिजिकल सब्जेक्ट ले क्या करेंगे you have to have a burden on yourself. एक्स्ट्रा कुछ पढ़ना पड़ेगा. I'll tell you one thing. अगर आपका मार्क्स we select best 5 ना, best 5 मार्क्स select होता है ना? Yes or no?
Yes.
Best 5 तो अगर आपका जो मैंडेटरी सब्जेक्ट में 60 में कम भी आया है ना तो आपका वो मार्क्स ऐड हो जाएगा बेस्ट 5 में आपका परसेंटेज बढ़ जाएगा. This is one big benefit of skill subject because again skill subject में होता है क्या है 70% is your practical, 30% is theory. There are chances कि आपका मार्क्स तो बहुत if you are good in that तो मार्क्स तो बहुत सीक्वेंस. मेरे खुद की like earlier I was in Litra Valley School. मेरे खुद के स्कूल का बच्चा है was really good in painting. उसे पेंटिंग ली हुई थी और पेंटिंग में उसने टॉप स्कोर किया because was really good in painting. अब इसके कारण क्या वो सेकंड टॉपर हो गया अपने स्कूल का. अदर सब्जेक्ट से मैथ्स में उसके मार्क्स इतने अच्छे नहीं आए थे बट पेंटिंग में उसके अच्छे मार्क्स आ गए. He was a top scorer, second topper. So it is one big advantage that we can have. Pushkar sir, ये वाला पार्ट आप डील कर देंगे? 9th and 10th.
So scheme of studies for grade 9 and 11th, 10th also. So you need actually generally what we do. Generally as a principal, as a teacher, we have minimum option of students. Means we need to have that you need to choose only major subjects, 5 major subjects: mathematics, Hindi or Sanskrit, science, SST. But whatever the things prescribed by CBSE in the form of the skill or vocational, we must ensure that each child at least one subject he or she has to opt one skill or any vocational subject. Because if they will opt skill and vocational, there are 2 benefits. Suppose that is in major 3 subjects, either mathematics, science and SST, he or she is failed and he passed in the particular skill or vocational subject, his result will be not. It will be published on the basis of that skill and vocational subject. That is one benefit. The second benefit is that he will be skilled and he will create his own ideas in the form of the innovations, in the form of the extraordinary things which can be maybe to the some relevant or authentic organization in the form of the project work like ISRO and any other classes. IIT Bombay, so many IITs and IITs are here. So these are the benefits of opting the skill and vocational subjects, including our main subject. That is the basic thing. So we need to promote, apart from the 5 major subjects, we need to promote at least one subject for all the students to opt either the skill or in the form of the vocational. That is called scheme of studies. Language 1, language 2 Hindi, course A, or course A now English, in English only one is there, and another languages that is other than the subject 1, mathematics the same. In mathematics there are 2 groups, basic and standard. Again we have science, social science. Subject 6 is skill subject from the list of the skill subject. So we have right now we have 32 skill subjects for secondary level and senior secondary also. Out of 32 we need to promote at least one. It may be 2 also, but at least we need to promote them to choose one skill subject including major 5 subjects. Then 7 is language 3. Other than after above, again we have subject internal assessment, that is subject 8 and 9, art education and health and physical education.